Howdy folks, Justin here. Today we are hopping on the ladder with Illusory Dagoths. This is the mini Dagoth deck that tries to hit a turn 6 Dagoth impersonator with Illusory Mimic. There are no new cards in this deck. Maybe there should be. But this is just a fun one to play. It's the only true I mean, it's not an aggro deck because it has, I mean, it's kind of an aggro deck. It's a face deck, I will say that I play, and it's a good way to get that frustration out sometimes when you're looking to enjoy your hobby, but you want to be a little more aggressive as a combo player. You can play a stupid deck like this. So I'm going to keep Palalu Sharpshooter because against Battle Mage it could blow out a poorly played Breton Conjurer.
Luck to your house.
And yeah, we don't have a hand that does much. There are a lot of 2-drops. There's 1-drop creatures in this deck, but we don't have anything like that right now. Just a Ward Crafter. Alright, Fighter's Guild Recruit. I will go ahead and drop that down over here. Not that it's likely to do much against this deck, but I think it's important we get it onto the board.
Your blood will spill.
Alright. Alright, this is good. This is good. We're going to go face.
I will end you.
And we're going to hope for a Breton Conjurer that we can rapid shot this Sharpshooter at. Like, that'll be a real satisfying play. So if we get to do that, I'll be happy.
My friend.
And we do. That feels pretty good, man. Feels pretty good. We had a plan and we followed through. Alright. So it doesn't mean we're going to win. It is a huge power swing on the board, but it doesn't mean necessarily that we've got this locked up. But we do have Hand of Dagoth, which is going to necessitate Fell the Mighty. Yeah. Now the Battle Mage mid-range decks, they just get face damage in when they can, in my experience. Not necessarily the best way to play it, but that's what I've seen happen on the ladder. And it looks like they're going to trade, though, which is actually great for us.
The elements are mine to control.
Oh man, give me another 1-cost card, please.
They missed their shot.
Yeah, we're going face, and then we're going to try to race. So Fell the Mighty keeps us off of this. That would be a sad thing to see happen. But yeah. Rapid Shot Lightning Bolt also works. And looks like they have it. No double Firebolt. No? Vigilant Ancestor. Okay. So, we have a couple options. They're all awesome. We're going to Redoran Battle Spear. We're going to swing into this. And then we're going to Palalu Sharpshooter, another Breton Conjurer. We're back up to 32. We got stuff in our hand. Our deck has got a lot of charge creatures in it. We haven't hit a mini Dagoth yet. We haven't hit a Illusory yet. Blood Dragon. I think we just push damage, right? Like, the longer we're alive, the longer we're going to have the opportunity. Oof. That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
They missed their shot.
So here's the problem. They're going into their... they're going into their Mighty Conjuring turn. So just like Fighters Guild Palalu Sharpshooter is not super exciting. But you know what? I think it's okay.
I do not fear death. I stand
I'm just going to get some stuff on the board.
I only need one shot.
And get blown out by an Ice Storm. But this deck doesn't usually run Ice Storm. I've seen it before, but... looks like Ice Storm is off the top. That's my guess. That hover... is there anything I'm missing here? Like I said, this is their Mighty Conjuring turn. Or their Moose turn now, I guess. but we're pretty good with Moose. We can deal with a Moose in every lane. And now let's just start drawing some charge creatures. Or some mini Dagoths. Or actually we're getting to the point of the game where Dagoth himself would be totally acceptable. So I'm not going to be too discriminatory about my Dagoth needs. Okay. There's the Mighty Conjuring. Alright. We could just... I mean, we could just go face, right? We do 5, 12, put them to 8. Because I can't get both the... I mean, I can get them both off the board, but it requires such a huge investment. Actually, maybe that's worth it, though. Maybe we do need to play for the board now.
What impertinence is this?
There's nowhere they can hide.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
They miss their shot.
Oh, we can't get that off the board? Alright, so... we are going to hit a Prophecy. I thought these were both 3-power creatures for some reason. There's a little Harpy.
They miss
cool.
their shot. By
Drop
the
down a
end,
Dagoth
they
Mage.
lose their mates.
So unfortunately, their Mighty Conjuring is still online. Because they still have a 5-power creature. Got a 6/5 Tel'Vos Magister. And they're going face because they have another... If they have another Mighty Conjuring, we're in a little bit of hurt. Okay. Ash Berserker, right? Yeah, okay. So, let's... Do we need to kill this?
Sheol
Yes. I
take
think the answer is clearly yes.
What have they been
Just at this
keeping
point in the
safe
game,
for
like I'm
this
so far ahead
long?
on board.
They
Just want to
miss their shot.
maximize my responsibility. Their Mighty Conjuring are turned off. A little charge action in hand. I suspect this gets firebolted or something like that. They have to be suspicious of what we've been holding in hand. If they've been paying close attention, they know this card's been in my hand for most of the game. They might be thinking that they need to play around Dagoth now. Aspect of Foreseen. Okay, so we are on a clock. We're on a dangerous clock. Alright, let's draw some gas. Okay, we got something good. Giant bat.
This one takes what he wants. And now for a practical demonstration. Here's how it's done. Perhaps we can help one another.
I don't think there's any world in which they trade with our... or where they don't trade with this. But I want to discourage them from doing anything else. Securing these last few points of damage could be a challenge. Could definitely be a challenge. Again, Fell the Mighty aside, this should be hard to deal with. It's my beautiful wife.
I fight with the fervor of the
Earthbone
wild
Spinner into Lightning Bolt or Reverberating Strike or something like that. It's not a Mighty Conjuring. It could be a Vigilant Ancestor, in which case I could only go face for a maximum of 6. Okay, let's have that not trigger because they want it to trigger.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Crown Quartermaster. Alright, so we have a little time to piece together some stuff. You make that trade there. We have Vipers in the deck. We really just want to draw more cards. Okay, going face. I don't think there's any planet in which they can kill me next turn. But we are on a clock.
Sorry it had
swing
to
this
come
first.
to this. Here's how it's done.
Alright, Giant Bat Lethal. Sweet. End of game 42 against Midrange Battle Mage. We'll be right back for another one. Okay, game number 2 with Illusory Dagoths. If I was like hard pressed to race up the ladder, I would probably play this deck. Just because it feels fun, and there's a couple memey elements to it, a couple underplayed cards, and so if you like to feel, you know, I mean, like me, if you have this like sort of uniqueness thing where you really want to feel like you're doing something different all the time, this is a pretty good deck to do that. I just assume these days that every Tribunal deck I play against is mid-range. We'll see. If they keep no cards, then they don't have a Barrow Stalker, right? Alright. I'm not playing around Barrow Stalker or Firebolt. I'm just going a Skull card. They Wardcrafter, I'm gonna be sad, but I will play Fighter's Guild Recruit on turn 2. I mean, you know, they could have an answer to Goblin Skulk. Goblin Skulk pulling Nord Firebrands is almost irrelevant in our deck. Like we don't do. Ooh, that's spicy. We're not going to do much with the Firebrands, and in fact, it decreases the chances that Illusory Mimic gets charged, which kind of sucks. But I just googled things. I searched for things with charge. All right, wrecked. Ooh, not wrecked. I'm gonna play one of my favorite cards. I have one copy of this card in this deck, and it is hysterical. I mean, I just wanted to play this card on the ladder. Alright, this deck does not run Reverberating Strike or Crushing Blow. It could play a Daggerfall. Mage's Trick. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna get a second rally. Mage's Trick, by the way, means it's not mid-range. Could be action.
What have they been keeping safe for this one?
I don't think actually there's any reason to just play this out. Except a Hive Defender. Yeah, so in deference to Hive Defender, I'm going to go ahead and play that. Hive Defender or the Spell Sword 4/5 Guard with Slay, gain 3 life. I'd love to beef this up to a 5/5. There's an Edict on my Skulk. Okay. Sure.
To oblivion with you. This one takes what he
This is actually a totally reasonable draw because it survives Ice Storm, which has got to be coming up soon. I might play nothing next turn. I'd really like to get a Drain or a Lethal draw next turn so that this survives.
You're so sweet. I could just eat
Future
you
Ice
up.
Storms. Okay. Okie dokie.
A few drinks, a few
Wow.
laughs,
You're
and a
so
con.
sweet.
So this is just Greed,
Could be better.
Greed Tribunal? That's a great draw.
This one takes what he wants. This one takes what he wants.
I know Ice Storm is coming,
By the fires of oblivion.
so I'm just going to play the Daggerfall. And then I'm going to hope for a mini Dagoth. We need to... We're relying pretty heavily on our charge creatures to get us there for the rest of this game. I do like the tension that the Ruthless Freebooter creates. Like, if they put a guard down and I hit lethal, like I draw a lethal creature, it's pretty bad for them. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let's swing and there was the lethal. Let's swing, let's drop Illusory Mimic, see what we get. We get Charge, Drain, Guard, Ward. Feels pretty good. We have the Tome to slap onto the Nord Firebrand, so ultimately I think it's going to we're going to demonstrate that it's been okay that we haven't played this yet. This gets destroyed all day. If they try for Nahag Leave, we Territorial Viper. That's not cool, man. Alright, so I'm actually going to tome onto this. Just want to draw more charge creatures at this point. I don't even think we have Ancano in this deck. Maybe I should just get him to 5. We're solid against a guard. Holding the Firebrand no longer makes sense, so we're going to threaten Lightning Bolt lethal. Which is also not in the deck, I don't think. I don't know, I've played with this deck so many times, but I can't remember, to be honest with you. This has just been sort of like a standby deck of mine since somebody challenged me to make an Illusory Mimic deck. Just Nahag Leave, man. Just play Nahag Leave. They're dead to Ice Storm without additional stuff. We're at 37. It seems like Moose would actually work in this deck.
At the ready.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, there's Lightning Bolt. So we can only actually do 3 damage to our opponent, which is a bummer. We'll put lethal in both lanes. I mean, we have 4 lethal bodies, a deck full of charge creatures, and the lethal here is important. Like, not just threatening lethal damage, but also the fact that it can swing into a guard. Alright, Ice Storm plus any removal gets us. Oh, they're back up to 2 life because they run Mage's Trick. Alright, let's get a charge creature. Hey, Celine, look what I did. Alright, so look, this deck's still totally playable. Games are fast. No one expects a deck to be almost entirely charge creatures. Let's get our rewards, and then I'll hop into the deck itself and show what we got. Yeah. We deserve something for that. Cavil the Ordinator. Okay, this is the deck, so we'll see if I have Lightning Bolts and Ancano. I don't think I do. I really don't. Yeah, there's no Lightning Bolts, there's no Ancano. These are just creatures with keywords, okay? You know, as far as charge creatures go, Nord Firebrand, Skulk to get them, Stormcloak Vanguard, Giant Bat, Aldrin Armsmaster, Candlehearth Brawler, Rampaging Minotaur, Territorial Viper, Cliff Racer, Underworld Vigilante, Tazcad, and Dagoth. So a huge number of charge creatures for your Illusory Mimics. The reason I really like Ruthless Freebooter in here, because look at what has Drain and or Lethal, and it's quite a few creatures. You also have Rapid Shots to help get you there, but Giant Bat, Territorial Viper, Dagoth, Clockwork Scorpion, Hand of Dagoth. So a number of hits there. It's also like a really threatening 2-drop, like I said. You have the 1 copy of Veteran Battle Spear just because I like this card. You got Reeve with no keywords. I don't know exactly what I was thinking. Maybe I was just like, hey, this is an aggro deck. Like, screw it. 71 creatures, 3 actions, 1 item. And the item has a keyword. It's pretty solid. You could easily get to Legend with this deck. I have gotten to rank 1 with this deck before. I think that was a season where I intentionally hit Legend with some meme thing. But yeah. Enjoy. See you on the ladder.